planned $39 billion merger with T-Mobile, it's hit a roadblock. CNBC's Eamon Javers reports the FCC warned that the deal would result in massive job loss in the U.S. and does not serve the consumer's best interests. AT&T, for its part, says that the purchase would actually create jobs, not destroy them, not to mention offer up a speedier 4G LTE network. Some insight and analysis now from tech and telecom expert Jeff Kagan. Welcome to Power Lunch, Jeff. Good to see you.
Hi, Sue. Good to see you.
You know, you basically agree that it might not be good for the competitive marketplace, correct?
You know, I look at this and I see there's two different heads. AT&T and their investors love the idea, but the competitors and the rest of the marketplace doesn't. And we have to look at this and decide whether it makes sense. We've seen a lot of mergers in the last 10, 15 years on this side of the business. And I've been behind them all. I thought they were fine. The problem, though, is now we're at the end of the line, and there are a few companies, and they're very large companies, and we really need to be careful because we don't want to interfere with the competitive marketplace. And I have a feeling that this is going to be impacting the competitive marketplace. AT&T wants this merger for one reason alone.
They have a huge breakup fee. I mean, a $3 billion breakup fee.
I mean, do you know why they want it?
Go ahead. Finish.
They want the merger because of the spectrum. Because of the smartphones. Because suddenly we're using smartphones like crazy. AT&T has been having a really hard time with their reputation with the iPhone over the last few years. Only in the last 6 months to a year have they actually got some breathing room, because Verizon and because Sprint and C Spire are now offering the iPhone. But AT&T is going to be running up against that same brick wall over the next few years. So that's why they want to get this extra spectrum.
But if they don't, Jeff, I mean, if you're an investor and you're holding AT&T, this is a huge deal for them. If it does not go through, what do you do if you're holding the stock?
We have to look at this from a variety of angles. From AT&T and from an investor point of view, an AT&T investor point of view, you have one set of concerns. But you've got to also look at it from the big industry concerns. You don't want to also harm the other competitors and harm the entire competitive marketplace. We have a problem. The same problem that AT&T ran into with the spectrum is going to be the same problem every other carrier, Verizon and Sprint and everybody else is going to be running into. So we have to come up with a solution for this spectrum shortage that we have. The solution is not the merger. The merger is what AT&T wants. I like them. I respect them. They're doing this deal because they know that it's what's going to be in their best interest short term.
Who do you believe? You said it's not going to be, the deal would be good for AT&T, not good for the competitive marketplace, which is basically what the FCC has said. The FCC says it will not create jobs. As a matter of fact, it might result in job losses.
And AT&T
disputes that. Which one? Who do you believe?
I can't see. AT&T hasn't convinced me. I can't see where it's going to create jobs. AT&T is going to be creating jobs anyway, because as they move into the broadband sector, they move from the telephone sector to the broadband sector. As they move into from the telephone sector into the wireless sector. So this is happening anyway. Whether or not they merge with T-Mobile, there has been nothing that's convinced me that they're going to be that this merger is going to cause this jump in the jobs.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.